Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up. So I hope you're all really well. It's been a couple of weeks since I last uploaded and I thought I would come to you today to have a chat to you about my little sojourn to York last week. Before we get into that, I am currently off work because for those of you that don't know, that don't really follow me on other forms of social media, I unfortunately contracted COVID, and yeah, I woke up Sunday morning, the day after our lovely trip to York, with just feeling horrific. And I've not had COVID before. I've done so well to get this far throughout the pandemic, considering, you know, my work and what I do. And yeah, I woke up Sunday morning feeling absolutely horrific. It was Father's Day in the UK on Sunday, and I was just, we had plans for that, but obviously they just completely went out of the window, and I spent the entire day sleeping on the sofa, really. So I'm still recovering now. I am day 5. I am still very positive. Unfortunately, Martin also tested positive yesterday, and he's feeling quite unwell at the minute, and I feel sorry for him because he only had COVID about 2 months ago, and that was his first time, but I didn't get it then. I still managed to avoid it, and yeah, I picked it up. Don't really know where from, but it is what it is, isn't it? So excuse my voice, I'm still quite congested. Today's the first day when I actually feel a lot more normal, shall we say, and feel a lot more myself. I have been really unwell. So those of you, just before we get into anything else, those of you that have bought in my Destash since the weekend or just before the weekend, I haven't obviously posted your parcels yet. I'm really sorry about that. They are packed and ready to go for everybody that's paid. Martin was going to take them on Tuesday, but obviously he got COVID himself, and so he's now off work. And although, because both of us work in jobs where we can't go to work when we have COVID, although all the restrictions have been removed in the UK, I still don't feel comfortable knowing that I'm actively infectious going to the post office and posting your parcels. So I hope you understand that. And yes, as soon as I'm testing negative, hopefully in the next few days, fingers crossed, then I will get your parcels out to you. So anyway, moving on. So please just excuse my voice because it keeps going a little bit. I have lost my sense of taste. I've got a coffee here, and that's only happened this morning, to be honest. Up to press, I have been able to taste things, but this morning my taste is gone, and the coffee is, I can't smell it either. It just tastes like hot water, to be fair, but hey ho. So it's been a bit of a journey, shall we say, bit of a ride these last few days. So yes, I hope my voice will keep going while we get through this vlog, and then I'm hoping today to be able to do some sewing, because we are on Thursday and I've wanted to do some sewing all week, but I've just not been up to it at all, not in the slightest. So today I am feeling up to it. I'm feeling a lot better, shall we say, although I'm not 100% yet. But anyway, right, Saturday. So on Saturday I met up with the lovely Loriann. So those of you, I'm sure, that watch lots of the other vloggers will know Loriann lives in Oregon. She is a lovely lady who has been following me and following lots of other vloggers for a number of years, and is really into sewing herself. And she's been on an amazing trip around Europe, and has spent the last few weeks meeting lots of different people in the sewing community, some of which you will know and have heard of, all around the UK on a little trip with her husband Larry. And it's been lovely to watch her travels, really. And yeah, she contacted me and she wanted to meet up with me as well, and originally we were going to look at meeting up Friday evening, but I had a event booked on Friday which was to go and see Duran at Castle Howard, which is a big stately home near York, for those of you that don't know. And yeah, Martin got those tickets for me for Christmas last year. So we'd already got that arranged, and I'm wondering if that's where I've probably picked COVID up. But anyway, we were going to that. So Judi ended up catching up with Loriann and Larry on Friday, and then Saturday we arranged to have an afternoon tea in York and do a little bit of shopping and whatnot, and it was opened up to other people that wanted to come as well. And lovely Rowan and Tamlin came down from West Yorkshire and Newcastle respectively, and we all met together in York and had a really nice day, so it was lovely. And then I got COVID on Sunday and feel really bad, and I feel like I'm just waiting for one of them to say I've got COVID now. It's not happened yet, fingers crossed. I hope they all still stay well. But anyway, we had a really lovely day. I didn't actually do any filming on the day. I know Judi did, so I will link to her vlog down below, but I will put a couple of pictures in so you can see you know, some of the pictures that we took. But it was so lovely to meet Loriann. She's such a lovely lady, and she was telling us all sorts of stories about her life and yeah, her sewing and her travels as well. She's just living the best life at the minute, and good on her. It's something that I would love to do when I'm older, definitely, and I'm so pleased that she's now got the opportunity to do that. It's wonderful. So it was so lovely to see her. I think she's probably on her way back to the US now. But what we did was I went to Judi's and met Loriann on the Saturday morning. And then we went to a shop called Bugweeds, which is primarily, I would say, it's a quilting shop, because most of the fabric that they sell is quilting fabrics, but she does have a few little dressmaking fabrics. And from there we then went into York, and we met Tamlin and Rowan, who came in, and then we went to Socialising, which is primarily a dressmaking shop in York, and also to Dutton's for buttons as well. And then we went for afternoon tea. Rowan and Tamlin then had to head off back, and then on our way back out to the car we called in at Boys as well, and I got a couple of bits from there. So I thought you'd be interested to see what I bought, and we'll start having a look, shall we? So Bugweeds, as I say, they are primarily a quilting shop, and she does run some sewing classes as well, I believe. But they do have a few dressmaking fabrics, and I'm trying to be really good at the minute because I'm doing this Destash, and I haven't put anything up obviously this week. I was planning originally to get a lot of things up over the weekend, but it just didn't happen with me being poorly. But yeah, I'm trying to Destash at the minute, and I'm trying to be really thoughtful if I buy more fabric, because I'm trying to create more room. Not just more room, but better organisation, so that I can find what I want, because I know I can't remember all the fabrics I've got in my stash, don't get me wrong, but there are certain fabrics I know are in my stash and I can't find them, and that's really frustrating, because one of them is a Fabric Godmother fabric that I wanted to use this week, which I'll tell you about later. And I went upstairs last night looking for it, but got too hot and bothered, and yeah, I can't find it. So it's really frustrating. So that's the main reason behind the Destash. And so I'm trying to be really careful, and when I'm buying more fabric, in that I'm not just seeing all the pretty things and buying all the pretty things. So when I went into Bugweeds, I saw this fabric, and it's not for me. And this actually, because as I mentioned, it was Father's Day on Sunday, and I hadn't got Martin anything for Father's Day, because we were planning to go out for the day. So that was the thing, and it didn't happen. But anyway, I saw this fabric in Bugweeds, and I thought I'm going to make him a t-shirt because he'll like that. Martin's a huge Star Wars fan, and they had this Star Wars jersey, which is beautiful. It's a cotton jersey, and it's got the Millennium Falcon on. So they had two. They had, I think the other one had like the characters, the Star Wars characters, but I thought you would like this more. So I've got 1.5 meters of this, which is just fabulous, isn't it? And I'm going to make him a t-shirt, and I thought if there was like scraps left over, I could probably make him some boxer shorts as well. And I know Loriann was saying that I would probably be able to get this whipped up Saturday night, but I was so tired because, as I say, we went to see Duran Duran on the Friday, and it was fabulous. The concert was fabulous, but the organisation of getting out of that concert was a nightmare. It took us 2 hours to get out of the car park, and then another hour to drive home. So it was 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's gone 2 o'clock in the morning before we got home. And I was so tired. And then Saturday, I really felt it. So by the time, you know, we'd been to York and done all the, you know, done everything that we were going to do, and I got home, I just did not want to start sewing. And so obviously, and then I've been ill since, so the fabric is still here. So Martin still needs his belated Father's Day t-shirt, and I think, I can't remember what pattern I'm going to do for him. It's probably, I do think I've got an Ellie and Mac one that I've made for him before, which I'll probably do, because it fits him fine, and it's, you know, t-shirt's a t-shirt, isn't it, especially for men. So I've got some black ribbon in my stash, which I'll use for the neckband, and then yeah, get him a lovely Star Wars t-shirt. So he's seen this, he really likes it, so that's what that's going to be. And I got that from Bugweeds. And then the next thing I saw, as I say, they did have lots and lots and lots of quilting fabrics, and I want to make some plant pots, which are a bit like fabric baskets. And I saw this fabric that I thought was really lovely. It's just a quilting cotton, and I just got 1/2 meter, but I just thought that was so pretty. They did have it in various colours, but I liked this sort of blue colour, so I just got 1/2 meter of that, which is not very exciting, is it? But I think that will make a really nice outer for a fabric basket. And I have plenty of fat quarters, some of which are just up there on top of those units, that I can probably use to contrast with this. So I thought that was super pretty. So that was that. And then the other fabric I got was this fleece backed sweatshirting, which is really soft. They had this in 2 colourways, and I bought the light grey, and it's got these sparkly stars on. Look at those, aren't they gorgeous? So yeah, I got 1.5 meters of this, and on the flip side, as I say, it's super soft, fleece backed. Totally not appropriate for the current weather we're experiencing in the UK at the minute, because it is super hot, but it's so pretty. Really, really like that. They had it in a dark grey with a light grey star, but I liked the light grey one. So I got 1.5 meters of that. That was, this is going to be probably a page hoodie. I still have a page hoodie cut out from when I made it before that I haven't sewn up yet, but it's not really hoodie weather at the minute, so that will be that one. So yeah, from Bugweeds, the only one that I bought for me really for something to wear was obviously that. And then we went into town, as I say, and we went to socialising, and in socialising I saw this fabric. Well, I actually saw two viscoses, and I was going to get them both, and I put one back, which is unheard of for me. I was, yeah, so good that I just bought the one, and I decided on this one. And this is probably what I am going to use for my saltwater slip sew along, which I will talk about later. So this is it here, it's beautiful. This was £14 a metre, and I got 2 meters. It was literally, well, there's actually 1.96 meters because she measured it, and there was not quite 2 meters, but I said I'd take what was left. And I'm going to make a saltwater slip from this, and I think this is the one that I'm going to use for the sew along, because I've made 2 now, and I really like that dress, and I think this will just be beautiful as a saltwater slip dress. So gorgeous viscose with these painterly flowers on. I really like this sort of painterly effect on fabrics at the minute. I've seen a few with it, and I think it's just really, really nice. So yeah, on a dark blue background, None of these have been pre-washed yet. So that was the only fabric I bought in socialising, and I did get something else from there. I saw these scissors because you know how we sort of hoard fabric and hoard patterns and all that kind of thing. Well, I seem to be hoarding scissors now. Somebody mentioned it on my last vlog actually about all the scissors that were hung up behind me. Some of them are not very good, to be honest. Probably need, yeah, repurposing, shall we say. But they had these beautiful, beautiful scissors, which I'll show you now. Look at those. How gorgeous are those? So I just thought they were so beautiful. These were £12, but I just loved them so much that I just had to get them. So I do have some like little tiny sort of embroidery scissors already, but these were sort of bigger, but not as big as your normal sort of really big scissors. But I just thought they were so, so gorgeous. I had to get them. So I bought those and that fabric from socialising. I didn't get anything else. And then we went to Dutton's for buttons, which I did get quite, did I get 3 sets of buttons from here? No, I got 2. There goes one on the floor. Right, so I got 2 sets of buttons from Dutton's. There were some really beautiful abalone shell buttons. They were absolutely stunning, but they were £1.50 each, I think. And when you think, you know, you're going to need for a even for a blouse at least 5, that's a lot of money, isn't it? So I didn't get those, but I did get these ones. I got 5 each. They were both around about 50p each. These are just like a pale pink, but they've got like a sort of iridescence to them. I hope you can sort of just see that. So I got those ones. I got 5 of those. And then the other one I got was these ones, which are a bit like the abalone shell. Hopefully you can see that. But they're plastic, not shell, but they're gorgeous too. And then, so those were the things that I bought from Dutton's. And then we went to Boys on the way out. This was just myself, Judi and Loriann by this point, because Ruan and Tamlin had to go. And they have got, I think I mentioned this in my last vlog about how they seem to have really got some more beautiful buttons at the minute, and I bought 2 sets of buttons from there. These are the first ones, which are like a lilac-y colour. In fact, I think I've actually got these the wrong way around. I think those ones, these ones here were from Boys and these ones were from Dutton's. But anyway, yeah, I got those. And then these are the ones that I got from Boys, are like a little blue sort of shell effect as well. They've got some really lovely ones. These were like 30p each. They were really reasonably priced. And I did buy a piece of fabric from Boys. I got this gorgeous linen cotton that's embroidered. So I just bought, it's just a plain sort of ivory colour, but it's got these gorgeous sort of embroidered, a bit like a broderie on glaze, but it's got embroidered flowers on, and it's really nice. So I got 3 meters of this. I think this was £10 a meter. And yeah, not sure yet what I'm going to make with that, but I just think a really nice summer buffet dress will just be delightful, won't it, with that. And then the lovely Loriann in Boys, she noticed that they were selling off a lot of carded buttons, and the ones they were selling, it was like 5 cards for £1, which is amazing. I mean, some of them weren't that great, but she picked up, I think she bought 7, and then obviously the lady said if you get another 3, it's still only going to be £2. So she said to me, go and choose some. So bless her, I bought these ones. So I got these for free. So I got 3 packs. So I've got 12 of the same. And they're like a sort of bronzy colour with like ridged effect to them. Can you see that? They were really, really nice. So that's my little gift from Loriann, which was so lovely. And that was that. So I don't think I went too mad, did I, really? And as I say, I am trying to be really good, because there are some beautiful things out there, but I am really, really trying to create some space so that I can organise my fabrics better. So we had an amazing day. It went by far too quick, and you know, I only got an afternoon really with Loriann by the end of things. It was a shame that I couldn't have spent more time with her, but I think she's going to be coming over again next year, she said, so that will be really nice. But yeah, it looks like she's had an amazing trip. I know from us she was going to Ireland to see Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door, and I've seen the pictures of that trip, that meetup on Instagram, and they look like they had lots of fun. So yeah, she's lovely, she's really lovely. So yes, it was a lovely day, sadly overshadowed by illness over the last few days, but I'm getting there now. And as I say, I'm back in my sewing room, which is really good. I have got a few PDFs stuck together yesterday afternoon. That's as far as I managed to get yesterday, because I was still feeling quite unwell. But today I am going to start some sewing, and what I'm going to be sewing is the Roscoe dress by True Bias, and I'm going to do the mini version, which is not really my normal style, I'll be honest. And this dress really isn't my normal style, although I don't think I particularly have a style. I think I just tend to see something I like and think, I like that, I don't care if it won't suit me, I'm going to make it anyway. And sort of how I'm feeling about this pattern. I bought the pattern in March. I think it was probably one of their discount deals that they were doing at the time. Sorry, let me just grab a drink. And yeah, I finally got around to printing it off yesterday, and I'm going to make the mini version. I think the long version will just look like a sack on me, and I don't want to make the blouse, I want to make the dress. So I'm going to make the mini version, but I have lengthened it. And I wanted to make it out of, as I say, some fabric, Godmother fabric that I have in my stash. I can't remember how much of it I've got, and to be honest, I'm not sure that I have enough for it anyway. But it's this particular fabric here, I'll put a picture of it. And I know it's upstairs in that room somewhere, but I can't find it. Well, I certainly couldn't find it last night, and there's no way I'm just pulling everything out at the minute, because I haven't got the strength to do it. So while I was up there anyway, I did find this viscose, which I think will be perfect for it. So this is it here. I've got a fair bit of this looking at it. I think I must have 4 meters, and I think this will look lovely as the Roscoe. So I'm going to attempt that today. As I say, I've got the pattern all cut out and stuck together and whatnot, and I just need to get this pressed because it's a bit creased. I think when I've pre-washed it, I used to iron my fabrics when I pre-washed them and then put them away, but I don't anymore because they end up needing pressing again anyway. So this needs pressing now because it's all crinkled, and then I'm going to get this cut out and hopefully get this sewn up today, or at least started. That's the plan, but we'll see how we get on. Might need a little nap now and again to keep me going. Right, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog and hearing what I've been up to, and the explanation for the absence. The salt water, just getting back to that, I did say, didn't I, that I was going to look at when we were going to do it, and it was going to be in July. The plan is, I think it's going to be Saturday the 16th of July. I think is going to be the day that I'm going to do it. So I will put a separate vlog up announcing that. And yes, we'll get these live sew-alongs going again because I'm really excited to do that. So anyway, I'm going to go now and get on with some sewing, and I will hopefully be back with you really soon. Take care. Bye.